Hey, this is Lewis from SoFly, and in this video, I'll show you how to use Element Studio to enable responsive design on a control, to enable a breakpoint chooser so the user can set different values on different breakpoints. So let's make a new element. I'm going to call this responsive demo, and let's go to the design tab and add a control section. We'll call this design, and now let's add a control called color. We're going to make this a color picker. It'll be really obvious what's going on because when we change breakpoints, we will change the color as well. And let's go ahead and set up the CSS for this. I'm just going to go to the hint here, and in the dynamic CSS, I'm going to set the background color to that color, and then I'll go to the default CSS, and we're just going to go, width 200 pixels, height 200 pixels. That way we can see what's going on. Let's go ahead and add this element to the page, and let's go ahead and set the color. And right now, when we mouse over color, we don't see the responsive icon. So let's enable that. So we'll go to the Design tab, go to the control we want to enable responsive design for, open the control settings, and choose Enable Media Queries. And now let's clear the value of the control because Breakdance stores the value of the control differently internally when media queries are enabled, so it won't work until we clear it. Obviously, this won't happen when you actually use the element for the first time or distribute it to users. It only happened because I set the value when it wasn't responsive. And that's probably going to happen to you when you build elements. You'll set the value when it's not responsive. And then later, you'll come in here, enable media queries. If things aren't working, clear the control, and then set the value again. Okay, let's go ahead and set the value. And now let's go down to a lower breakpoint and set to a different color. And let's go to lower breakpoint and set to a different color. And go to lower breakpoint and set to a different color. And as you can see, it's just working. The way Breakdance works internally is that it loops over this CSS for each breakpoint and outputs it for each breakpoint. And if the value isn't present for a particular breakpoint, then it just strips the property out of the generated CSS. So you don't end up with a bunch of duplicated CSS unnecessarily.